أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. It's just a short video, just in a comment that I think is very important to be addressed. It's a short video that has to deal with a language that's being used on YouTube, that's being used on some websites to answer non-Muslims who are attacking Islam. And I just want to make my humble suggestion to my brothers and sisters to be careful with that. A lot of people are using very bad words, swearing a lot, using the F words, the S words, calling people names, and that's something we have to be careful with because it only causes more harm. They themselves will start swearing more at us and insulting us more, and we insult their so-called gods, and then they insult Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And there's a verse in the Quran that says, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that do not insult their idols, lest they should insult Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because they're ignorant. So we should be careful not to do this. And I'm a bit disappointed that we as Muslims have taken up this approach, thinking that we can swear and get our point across. And from my experience now with a lot of debates, and which I don't like anymore to debate, but I will dedicate my time now to respond to a lot of the accusations against Islam, a lot of the misconceptions that people have put forward against Islam. And but yeah, with my experience with debates and with people attacking Islam, I've only seen a handful of people who really could answer properly. I'm not saying the answers are all there, they're so simple. Yet I've only seen some people who have answered properly, who have used proper language, have used the proper manner of replying. Okay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran to invite people to this deen with wisdom and proper preaching. So we have to be careful to follow these. A lot of people are abandoning the Quranic teachings on how to deal with these things. ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. This is the guidance. The Quran is the book, there is no doubt, the guidance for those who have taqwa. So follow this guidance, my brothers and my sisters, in every dealing in your daily life, okay? Especially when you invite people to Islam. If you want a Dawa book, okay, a Dawa manual on how to do Dawa, read the Quran. Read the Quran if you want to know how to make Dawa. If you want to know how to approach people and tell them about Islam. When Aisha radiallahu anha was asked about the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his character, she said he was the walking Quran. He was the Quran. You want to be a good da'i, you want to invite people to Islam, be the walking Quran. I'm not, I shouldn't be sitting here in front of you and telling you this because I myself am not there yet. May Allah, make us all get there, inshallah. But I think, this issue should have been brought up, and I'm bringing it up right now. I ask all my brothers and my sisters who use, profanity and wrong language, the false type of language, stop that and, invite to your Lord with beautiful preaching, with beautiful words. Show people your character. That's the best da'wah, the example. Okay? What did the people in jail with Sayyidina Yusuf alayhi salam said? They said, tell us the interpretation of dreams. Verily, we find you of the righteous, right? He wasn't a talkative person, brothers and sisters. He was not a talkative person. Yet his character, the way he behaved, attracted the people. They looked at him. He said, tell us. They went to him for advice because they saw that his character is good. People used to go to the Prophet ﷺ because not just because he's the messenger, but his character is good. He had good skills at listening. He had good skill at answering questions. When the Bedouin came in the masjid and he beat in the masjid, he didn't beat him. He talked to him properly. Yet someone, when they come and do something to us, right away want to stand up and fight and beat them to death or something. Who said so? Where's the proof for that? Who said that we should do that? Especially in the society we live today. We need to have mercy. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, right? If you would be harsh with them, verily these people would have turned from you. It says about the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if he would have been harsh in speech and in behavior, these people would have never followed him. But Allah made it that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was soft in speech, soft in behavior. So why do we abandon the example of the Prophet ﷺ? Why do we abandon the Quran? How come we look for different things? We'll follow our nafs. We look at, at the non-Muslims who insult Islam, and we tend to follow their sunnah. Why should we do that? If you are a da'i, someone who's really about that, and this is my advice also for the side called Answering Christianity. MashaAllah, I praise, the brothers. May Allah, reward you for all your effort. You've really, really accomplished a lot by answering, the misconceptions and false claims of Answering Islam website. But some of the articles contain a lot of bad language and a lot of, insults to the Christian, counterparts. And they only retaliate with more insults and with more attacks and more falsehood. Do not follow the steps of the Christians and the Jews and the non-Muslims in attacking their religion. Put out the facts. Don't distort information. Many Muslims now today, they don't have the knowledge of Christianity and Judaism and so on and so forth, but they attack it just from getting some books here and there. So they follow the same type of procedure that non-Muslims follow with Islam. And we tell people, I sit here and tell people, go and read about Islam properly. Go and seek from the main sources. Go and learn properly. Don't just, read from all these sites who hate Islam. Yet on the other side, the Muslims do the same thing with, with Christianity and Islam and other things. So we have to be careful so we don't have double standards. Right? And again, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect all of us. We should really try to be the best that we can be in character. None of us, me standing here telling you I'm not the best in character, but we should all push for it. Let's work for it. Make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us. First thing we should do before we start anything is ask Allah to facilitate it. Make tawbah and say astaghfirullah, and may Allah protect us, may Allah forgive us. Astaghfirullah al-azim. This is, the first thing that we should do, so we start on a pure note. And then throughout our journey, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us improve ourselves, our character, to get closer to Him. We have to be careful of the traps, of the blocks, of the distractors, of the spoilers that shaitan tries to put in us and tries to take us away from doing the good deeds, trying to corrupt us. And as we know, shaitan said that I will wait for them on the sirat al-mustaqim. I will wait for them on the straight path. Be careful, brothers and sisters, how about, you invite people to Islam. Be careful, brothers and sisters, and I myself reminded for me to be careful on how we behave, how we talk. How can we use false profanity and false language and bad, manners and expect people to come to Islam? How can we use such words and do such, things, and then people see us and then expect people to like Islam? And then we complain when people attack Islam and when people have problems with Islam? Where is Islam? Where is Islam in us? Where is Islam in me and you and all of us? Let's show them real Islam. Let's bring the spirit of the truth out. Let people see it. That we have to force it upon people now. We have to argue with them and debate with them. Let the people come to it. The people used to come to it before just by observing the behavior of Muslims. The people used to love the Muslims. At the time of some of the Khalifas, the non-Muslims used to cry when they passed away. Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, they used to cry for him, the non-Muslims. They used to say, we've never known a person as such. Maybe only Jesus was close to him. Maybe only, he was close to Jesus, they said, subhanAllah, to the character of Isa alayhi salam. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among those that, the non-Muslims will see. Maybe they will not agree with what we believe. Maybe they'll respectfully, inshallah, and I ask the non-Muslims as well to respectfully disagree with the Muslims, because we shouldn't it shouldn't be about argumentation about who can speak more falsehood, who can make more efforts, and who can, talk more louder. Remember the advice of Sayyidina Luqman to his son. Don't, talk and raise your voice. Verily, the worst of the voice is the voice of a donkey. Read Surah Luqman and get some advice from it, inshallah. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us.